Welcome everybody to the Shut Your Mouth Lounge, episode number 129. It's Addy, who is some reason not spoken up yet today.
Hey.
There he is. Pink.
Hello there.
I'm not here today. I'm just the voice in your head.
Yeah,
It'll be tough going on without Alex.
Alex is not present because he's been taken by the Secret Service for suggesting Amerikaner. Turns out, actually a thing. We might be in legal trouble.
Yeah, they're saying if they can prove it, they're gonna ship me to Australia, and the moment I'll step onto the Australian continent, I'll light on fire.
Well, that happens to everyone once they step foot on Australia.
Yeah, especially the Aboriginals.
No, they just get razor wire fences.
Both.
Just a moving razor wire fence around them at all times.
Portable.
I mean, the Australians did actually set fire to the Aboriginals.
That doesn't surprise me. Over in Brazil, they were setting fire to the Amazon to get the tribes out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Brazilian president, supposedly he's a real card, you know? Crazy and wacky guy, you know? So, has anyone got anything in particular that they just want to state out of the blue? No? Okay.
I don't think so.
Pink,
nothing that wouldn't get us into trouble, probably.
Pink, you got anything coming out on your channel?
No, probably not.
Eddie, you got anything coming out on your channel?
Yes, I did a review of The Forest.
Alright.
Oh, nice.
I don't know if anything's coming out on my channel. It's chaos.
The chaos is coming out on your channel. It is overtaking X City or whatever the hell the freaking setting for Sonic Adventure 1 is.
Yeah.
Metro City.
Generic city of Sonic. There you go.
Yeah.
So, on the group channel... Whoops, I actually clicked the wrong icon. I nearly opened up Steam. That would have been dumb.
Yes, what's coming out on the group Steam?
The steamed hams. So, on the FOS channel, we've got on June 8th, Streets of Rage 4 Part 1.
Very nice.
And then, on June the 12th, me, Addy, and Goku playing PlanetSide 2 Part 2.
Very nice.
Don't accept a part 3.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe down the line, but it's not coming up for a while.
Yeah, recording PlanetSide is rough because you don't get to do a whole lot except die.
Yeah, I mean, it would be it would be easier to make videos of it that have more content in them if we all recorded our sides, but that's a hard thing to set up.
We'd have an easier time recording content if we were like popular and could get a fan cult behind us, spiffing brick style.
Yeah, it would be easier to record if we were actually a Counter-Strike clan with approximately 115 members.
Yeah. Fucking just brigade people. They wouldn't expect the Reds that way.
Yeah.
Alright. So, Pink, what have you been doing the past week, man?
Good lord. Has anything good come this past week? Actually, yesterday, I played Mario Kart 64 for the first time ever.
Really?
That is the one Mario Kart that in my 20... I have no idea how old I am. The 20 plus years of my existence, I have not played Mario Kart 64. But that all changed yesterday, and boy, do the Nintendo 64 controllers suck.
Yes, they do. They are an abomination against God.
They were an abomination against God, yes. They are absolutely terrible. Who in Nintendo's department...
Just use your dick for the thumbstick.
I'm not sure how that would work out. It probably couldn't be any worse than the actual thumbstick, though. I don't know who thought that was a good
use
idea.
it to control the thumbstick.
And there's a joke to be made here. I'm not going to make it.
Addy, I hope you're very proud of the fact that yours can reach. Damn.
Ha!
Like, I like to imagine Addy sits down to play Smash 64 and he's like, don't worry, guys. I am going to show all of you. And you just hear... Whoomp.
No, you just hear a really loud fox. Yeah.
I like to imagine that Shigeru Miyamoto made the N64 controller himself while shaking his fists at the heavens. This is payback. I defy your laws.
I've actually only ever played Mario Kart 64 and the one on the SNES.
Right, Super Mario Kart.
Yeah.
So that Rainbow Road, huh?
It's probably the most tame Rainbow Road in the series history.
Really?
It was weird. Yeah. I honestly had absolutely no problem with it whatsoever. The chain jumps were kind of odd. And one thing I should note about this game that is very, very different from all other Mario Kart games that I've played is it feels like you're actively going to be punished for driving in a straight line down the track. Well, not a straight line, but driving in the middle of the track. Because there are just bob-ombs that sit on the tracks for absolutely no reason, and I don't understand it. I don't know why that's a feature, why it's in the game, but it is, and it's friggin' weird.
So the game is now picking up items and throwing them at you.
Yes.
Basically.
You just get on. The game itself is like, fuck you, Blue Shell.
Well,
But yeah, outside of the chain chomps, I don't recall anything particularly quirky about Rainbow Road. Because maybe it's possible to jump over the barricades accidentally. Because I know I think I had smacked my littler sister with a shell at some point, and it actually, because you fly up in the air when you get hit, it actually caused her to fall off the map that way. But other than that, despite like it seeming that every other course has a spot where you can actually fall to your death in, it didn't seem like Rainbow Road had any of those.
That defeats the point, don't it?
Yeah. Because that's a complete 180 from the next installment in Mario Kart Double Dash, where it's like there's probably at least one track in each in each cup that has a fall hazard, I would say, if that. And then their Rainbow Road, it's like you get long ass stretches where there are absolutely no barricades and it's absolute chaos. But Nintendo 64 Rainbow Road, it's like, no, you're safe. You can drive riding against the wall this entire course and it'll be just fine.
Was the original like SNES Mario Kart Rainbow Road infamous then?
Yes, because that had no walls either. I want to say that one and one of the boardwalk stages were notorious for their infamy and the ability to fall off at any given moment.
So maybe the barriers in the N64 version were trying to respond to that.
Trying to amend some broken childhoods.
Yeah. All right. You play anything else?
I did not. Nothing new.
Oh, you got nothing new to say about Civ 6?
No, bees. Bees are finally in Civ 6. It's glorious.
Oh, what do they give?
So I want to say they're like cows. You put a pasture on them, I want to say. So it's 4 food.
Fly past this fence, you little black and yellow bitch.
So 4 food on its own, and when you improve it, I believe it gives you probably one production or 2 gold. I can't remember.
Okay, getting a hammer from a fenced-in cow makes sense because it can pull a plow. How the hell would bees give you a hammer?
I don't have a clue, but I think it's actually gold because I'm pretty sure bees are a luxury resource.
Yeah, I was about to say, if they're just a strategic resource, like are bees supposed to be just that common?
No. So yeah, it should be 4 food, 2 gold. Well,
Alright.
I could be completely wrong because I only have like one, but I'm working on getting on others because I was playing as Molly the other day, and I got a pretty bad spawn because my desert consists of 2 entire tiles,
Ooh.
and there are no hills adjacent to my empire whatsoever. Because it spawned like by the coast on floodplains. So I've got a big river that, I mean, floods every other turn or so because I put the disaster intensity on 4. So I'm getting a decent amount of food and production from those tiles. But, with Molly, you like to have your mines because you like to have your gold, but there are absolutely no hills anywhere in my capital city. So that's kind of a bummer. So I've been having to expand outwards to actually get full use of his unique abilities. And that's where I found bees. There's just to the south of me, there's a location that has like 5 bee tiles in rather close proximity. So I'm gonna try to settle there ASAP and declare a war on anyone who gets there before me.
You're playing Molly with the ideal Egyptian start location.
Uh
Huh.
huh. I every Molly game I've played, I've never had a good start. It's always been, oh, this would be a great start for a different civ, but a terrible start for the Molly. He should have a hill spawn bias, you'd think, but it doesn't seem that way to me. It's like desert hills; those are his 2 functions. I've maybe spawned on a desert once, an actual desert. Otherwise, it's just like, here's a river, here's a hill, and here's a desert tile. Enjoy your game.
I don't think the game likes to put hills and deserts together, honestly.
That is true, but geographically speaking, I'm not sure how that's supposed to work out because I don't know. When you think desert, you tend to think of the more cinematic rolling hills and whatnot. But I don't. I'm not quite sure what's going on there, what their intent is.
Yeah. Alright, Addy, what have you done this past week?
So I've played Overlord, the second one.
I've never played that one.
It's free with gold.
Oh. Man, I never pay attention to what's free with gold because it's always shit.
Yeah, it usually is. Now, anyway. But yeah, so Overlord 2 is the only game so far where I can say that the tutorial involves clubbing baby seals to death.
Oh, I heard about that, yes.
Which, in any other game, unfitting. In this game, makes sense. You're supposed to be evil incarnate.
The confounding thing is that Overlord 1 let you be a good guy for some reason.
This does too.
Well, okay, I still don't get why.
Me neither. I've not gotten to the part where that starts to make sense, if at all, if there is one at all. But yeah. So that it is quite interesting because it has some strategy elements, but it's also still like a kind of a 3D hack and slash.
Yeah.
So it is interesting in that. Also, very mid 2000s.
Yes.
I find it mildly ironic that you mentioned that you played a game called Overlord when we're doing our podcast on June 6th. D-Day, Operation
Oh.
Overlord.
Oh, shit, you're right. Damn. Oh, that is weird, yeah.
Yes, when the U.S. Marines went to France to club baby seals to death. I remember that.
Yeah. It was a wild time.
They were asking for it.
Or wait, no, America sent the baby seals.
America sent the baby seals, yes.
The Nazis never saw it coming.
But yeah, so that let's see what else. I did play Star Wars Battlefront 2, like more off recording,
The new
and
one or the old one?
the new one, the second one as well,
Right.
the controversial one,
Yeah.
which is also
The
free right
EA
now.
one. Were they both EA, or was that something completely different?
Well,
and just kind of-
the new ones have all of them been
Yeah, I'm
EA?
pretty sure the classics were EA as well.
I would have thought so, but I couldn't be certain. Because
EA's had a pretty strong chokehold on the Star Wars license outside of
Yeah.
Traveler's Tales for 20 years.
right.
But yeah, so they did fix up shit after people stopped buying the game.
Yeah.
Funny how that works.
It's really unfortunate for me because now I'll go look at it and be like, hey, that looks like a fun game. Too bad it's probably only going to have a longevity of maybe 2 or 3 years at this point.
Yeah, I think they said
At
that
most.
they stopped. I think they said that they stopped supporting it with new updates,
Yeah.
Yep.
which is why it's free on PlayStation right now.
And knowing EA, servers will be down by this time next year.
Yep. But you know, by the way, even though they're giving it away for free and they have said that there will be no new updates, and some of the content can be still unlocked through gameplay. They updated their splash screen, so it says, "Hey, PlayStation Plus users, do you want to spend freaking $30 to buy the DLC we have that will give you emotes?" Because it's EA.
Aren't emotes like the only thing you can spend the in-game cash on?
Yeah, you can. All you can buy are emotes, costumes, and like Overwatch ending poses.
Yeah.
And so-
I'm imagining a bunch of stormtroopers now with ending poses.
Yeah, you don't have to imagine. It's in the game.
Yeah,
It's weird. Why?
and I don't know, but so they are offering all of the emotes and all of the ending poses for
Like, can you
$30.
customize your stormtrooper, or what's the
No.
point? I'm not.
Technically yes, but not really no. Like you can't make all custom stormtroopers, but they do have most, if not all of the stormtrooper designs from the universe, I think.
You can make
Right,
him
but let's-
a snow trooper, a sand trooper, so on.
That's wildly underwhelming, and I don't see the point of really showcasing your cast of characters at the end of the match if they're all just stormtroopers.
Overwatch.
I mean-
Overwatch,
Yeah, Overwatch.
and victory poses make sense because they're doing everything they can in that game to showcase their characters to get you to have that connection to the characters. With a game like Battlefront 2, like you're just stormtroopers, you're just rebels. There's not anything more there.
Yeah,
It's a
you're all
game
bloody rebels.
designed or should be designed around gameplay. So what is the point of having this kind of end screen showing, hey, here's your team, here's your cool victory poses? It's like, yeah, but you're a stormtrooper. What's the point?
Yeah, and most of the victory poses are shit. Like just straight up garbage. Like I can have the basic victory pose, which is the guy with holding the gun normally, or I can have the guy kneeling on like doing a tactical kneel with the gun,
Right.
or I can have the guy on a slightly different pose, like with the gun slightly lowered. That's worth 20,000 freaking credits.
Oh yes.
I actually think those are like 1,000 or something. So, but still.
Yeah.
You do actually need to spend like 20,000 credits to change your character's race
Yeah.
when you're on the rebel side.
Yeah,
That's
Pink,
dumb.
Pink, you have to unlock being Asian or Hispanic.
I have to unlock my ethnicity.
Yeah, you have to unlock being Asian, Hispanic, or alien.
What the heck?
Also, you
And
can only be black if you've got a big gun.
yeah.
Well, obviously.
So that's all terribly amusing. With that said, the game gives you an absurd amount of currency for playing online.
Nice.
It
I
gives
mean,
you
it
it gives you
yeah.
Good
almost
to hear
none.
that the economy isn't screwed.
Yeah, it gives you almost none for playing offline though.
No, it doesn't really give you a whole lot. Like the most I've gotten from playing online was I got 600 for being on the winning team in the Planet Side 2 game mode, and that's it.
Right, but over multiple games that adds up.
Well, yeah, but it's still like the races are still freaking 20,000.
Yeah,
It's still disproportionately freaking a large sum of money compared to what you get each game.
true. The you know what? You should continue talking. This is your side of the topic.
But yeah, so I played a couple of the modes that we didn't try on recording, which is there's a Galactic something or other, I forget.
Heh.
Good name. But yeah, there's that, and I actually think that's the only thing I played outside it. Because, yeah. Well, whatever. There are a couple of game modes, Pink, like there's Ewok hunt and stuff like that, but I wasn't particularly interested in freaking killing Ewoks because they are pretty good, and I would rather not like to be against them.
When it's called Ewok hunt, it's because the Ewoks are hunting you.
Yeah, no kidding. You don't mess with Wicket.
Yeah,
But so yeah,
not only do they have an ultra strong bow, they can also throw a grenade that is literally just a jar of fairies. And they hunt you
and
down and eat your ass.
and you also don't need to aim with them.
Yeah. Just get
Oh
in the
my.
general vicinity of your target.
But so I played this Galactic something or other game mode, which is a payload mode basically. So one side tries to push the payload from one side to the other, and then just tries to do miscellaneous stuff to win the game, and ending capturing the point, while the other side tries to stop them from doing this. And the game mode is freaking hectic, but it's actually really fun because it actually is kind of like the movies when people don't have enough money to beat the main characters. Like
Heh.
when it's just like droids against stormtroopers. I had one game where I actually was there at the start because usually when you spawn into these, they're already going on, or at least from my experience. But I was actually there at the start from one of them. It was just like intro cutscene plays. Everybody gets control of them. Immediate freaking like all of the screen becomes blazers or blasters. Blazers. The shirt or
Yeah.
whatever.
Flying clothes.
But
Quickly,
yeah,
everybody throw up your clothes. That will confuse the enemy.
yeah. But like all of the screen was freaking blaster shots, and yeah, you had to freaking like you had to actually like run to places because you would get shot otherwise, and even then you'll probably get shot. There's actually some like logic to how people play because it's a 40 man game mode. There's 20 people each side, so people who want to play snipers can play snipers and they will still be useful, which is a rarity
Yeah.
and stuff like that. I had a lot of fun on HOT where people like snipers were terrorizing our side, which was the defending side, the rebels. And basically, I was with the assault, the basic class. Snipers are shooting our guys. I go out with a machine gun. I start sniping the snipers, and yeah, that was funny when the snipers had to freaking like sneak behind me to kill me,
All
which
right.
I don't know how, but
Yeah.
yeah, the game is also surprisingly lenient on how accurate your gun is.
Yes, it is. Those sniper rifles are kind of poop.
Well, they can be, yeah. But
The one
if
you start
yeah,
off with is not a good one.
yeah, the one you start off with is shit. But if you find one that actually fits you, then they're all right.
All right, I haven't yet.
But the issue is that you need to kill like 500 people with the freaking basic sniper rifle to unlock some of the other ones.
Oh,
So
It'll be
I
impossible, so you can make your job easier.
yeah, I mean I did that. I actually grinded all of the like start like well, all but the assault. I grinded every starter class aside from the assault up to level 32 at least, which is more or less specs level. I mean, you can level up further, but there's no real reason.
all right.
And yeah, also the dogfighting in the game freaking sucks, and I don't care. Like some people might like the dogfighting. I just don't think I like fighting in the air because I've played shooters that wanted to also have dogfighting, and I more often than not don't have fun with it. Then again, I think two of the three games that I've played that tried this were EA. So maybe it's just that EA can't make good dogfighting scenes. But
Right. I know for a fact that I wasn't fond of the dogfighting in the original Battlefront 2, and I probably have never played any game where I enjoyed flying. I think flying controls and flying in general is just too foreign for my mind to properly grasp. So I'm never good at it. I never enjoy playing it. That's why I never finished GTA San Andreas, because you had to learn how to fly, and I could not learn how to fly. Just not in my wheelhouse.
Okay, well, there's one video game I can immediately think of where you probably enjoyed flying. Far Cry 4.
Superman 64.
Far Cry. I never played Far Cry 4, and I don't believe there's any flying in Far Cry 5.
Oh, I thought you did play Far Cry 4.
Nope.
There's flying in Far Cry 5. You can take planes. Well, I didn't.
I don't remember, but you're probably right, because I don't imagine that'd be a feature that would get taken out.
Well, in Far Cry 4, I remember you would go rhino hunting by hopping in a fucking gyrocopter with a grenade launcher and just raining grenades down on the rhinos.
That's animal cruelty. Those are endangered.
Yep, yes it is. I enjoyed the space battles in Battlefront 2, but it's partly because I think one of the big differences is that in Battlefront 2 it's focused more all around the big ass ships, smashing the bits off of them and being able to land inside the ship and go kill everybody inside.
That's the fun part.
And they didn't keep that for this game. This game, there are a couple cruisers floating in circles that you need to kill. And that's the focus. And they just kind of tank damage. And you're supposed to have dogfights between the fighters to try and cover for your bombers, but that doesn't really happen.
Yeah,
Right.
because most, if not all, of the freaking planes are so unwieldy.
Yeah, I imagine that'd be hard to actually coordinate a decent team method of actually getting dogfights done.
Well, planes in video games are usually so chaotic that there is no coordination.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy flying in GTA 5. I rarely, if ever, get to fly because planes are really rare in that game, but I enjoy, like, weaving between the buildings in Los Santos. And occasionally crashing into the side of them, you know.
Yeah.
We all know the best thing to fly in GTA 5 is the fucking hot air balloon.
You can fly a hot air balloon? I need to play GTA 5 again.
You can. I think at any given time... well, it may be just for the PS4 and Xbox One versions. But you can steal one from, like, the horse racing track.
You can also call them in.
Yeah.
Nice. I had absolutely no idea.
They're slow as dick, though.
I believe it. It is a hot air balloon. They're not exactly known for their aerodynamicy and their speed.
Yeah, wait. I think I actually think I might have been talking about the blip.
The blip.
You can call it a blip. Yeah.
The blip. Yeah, I think the blimp. Yes. I did not.
Or that. The
I
blip.
said hot air balloon, didn't I?
Yeah, you
That's
did.
because I forgot that there's a difference between blimp and hot air balloon.
I mean, I was just going to call the blimp the Zeppelin, so.
So yeah, you fly a blimp, not a fucking hot air balloon, a blimp.
Alright, a little less exciting, but I'm still down.
You can fly a hot air balloon in RDR2 though.
Nice!
Single player.
Gosh darn it, I have that installed. I need to play that. There's so much that I need to play that I just never get around to playing.
We're gonna play Red Dead 2 after the recording.
Oh, sweet.
And don't worry, us playing that will kill any passion you have to play it.
Yeah.
Man, the game multiplayer would be more interesting if people could fucking take hot air balloons, though, wouldn't it?
Multiplayer would be a lot more interesting if you had lobbies.
If you had the ability to kick out the fucking toddlers going around hunting everyone down from their horses with rifles that they paid for with their mom's credit cards. God, I hate that fucking game.
I like how I like how in newer games the word lobbies is becoming freaking blackballed. We don't need lobbies. We just need to take after the Japanese. Just all converge in this one space that is unified and have fun. Then nothing will go wrong. No.
To be fair,
everyone will have a great time. Trust us.
With Red Dead, I don't think it's for community. I think it's so that people can't use private lobbies to escape griefers. Because that's a huge motivation to buy shark cards is griefing. Defend yourself from the griefers, get the best gun possible, you know?
Yes, because if there's something that you want to do is not only promote bullying, but or not only not be against bullying, but to promote it because it makes you money.
Yeah.
Good job. Good job, Take-Two.
Yeah, that's Take-Two for you.
I mean, I know, but sometimes I still get surprised by how freaking scummy they are.
They are the actual worst. Like, fuck, I know Konami and EA are usually ranked on everybody's worst list, but for me, 2K blows them out of the fucking water.
Yeah. Is 2K the parent company or Take-Two? Because I never freaking
Take-Two
remember.
is the parent company.
Are they not just the same?
No.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought they just had two names, Take-Two and 2K.
Well, no, I think Take-Two is the parent company, and then 2K is one subsidiary, Rockstar is another.
Yep.
Oh, so Rockstar doesn't have to listen to 2K, but the WWE guys and Borderlands guys do.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, that makes sense.
And everyone has to listen to Take-Two.
Yeah.
Pachinko. I'm looking forward to the Pachinko DLC for GTA Online.
The Gacha DLC for Red Dead Online. Collect your favorite waifus.
No, that's already in, I'm pretty sure.
What? What?
No, wait, yeah, no, never mind, because Gacha is the is basically the blind boxes, so, but Red Dead doesn't have that yet, so that's yeah.
Yeah. Ugh.
Speaking of blind boxes, freaking Battlefront 2, which used to have them, but people were rightfully pissed, so now they don't have it, and EA I think has been banned from Denmark.
Whoops.
I legit think that freaking Denmark made a like countrywide ban on our freaking all blind boxes, and so now any game that has them is banned from Denmark. They just can't be in. It might not have been Denmark, but it was somewhere around there, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely sounds familiar.
One of the Nordic countries.
Yeah. But
loot boxes
yeah, so
are still in the game, but now they just drop after certain fights, I guess, and now they just contain like costumes and emotes.
Well, no, loot boxes are now actually like progression rewards, and you get told what you get before you open it and shit like that. They're basically just a way to present to you what you unlocked, and that's about it.
Okay, interesting. So it's pretty much the same as if a game just said, "Hey, when you get to level 3, you'll unlock Snow Trooper and the ability to make your Stormtrooper dab." but we'll put them in a box to make it a little more interesting, to add a little spice to it.
Yeah, but instead of getting to level 3, it's like if you kill 500 guys, we will give you a box that you have to open from the menu to be able to equip the gun that you get from killing 500 guys.
You gotta do a fucking shot. You gotta do a fucking dance and twirl for them.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
It's like, as shitty as it is, I prefer it to actually having freaking loot boxes. Thank you, Denmark.
I mean, unlockables are nice. Yeah, they give you a motivation to keep playing the game and then continue having fun.
Yeah.
Which is an amusing thing about the human brain when you think about it. That will be like, oh man, Battlefront 2 is fun, but I don't feel like playing it because it doesn't feel like I'm getting anything done when I play it. But if you add unlockables, then people are like, oh yeah, I'm getting shit done, man.
That's why it's so weird to play vanilla Civ 6. You're not being commended on all your random achievements that you make, like it does in the expansions. So it's weird when you do something and they're like, "Oh right, I'm using iron for the first time. Where's my pop up?"
Oh yeah.
A Minecraft achievement pops up getting wood.
I forgot that Rise and Fall did that. Fuck. Like, and playing Vanilla Civ 6 without any of the, like, eras. Oof. I think I see why the guys on the forum were so hesitant to grab Civ 6, you know?
But yeah, another thing about Battlefront 2 before moving on is I just noticed that I had written that small note in the Discord chat that one of the most fun things is to do freaking like so out of character shit that it hurts. Cause like I don't know if it's out of character, but it would still be a funny visual if it would be in a movie. Cause I had a match that where I was against the bots on Tatooine, and I got enough points to unlock Darth Maul. Bless you.
Thank you.
I got enough points to go to play as Darth Maul. So I unlocked Darth Maul. I started running, and I'm like, I like saw a building, and I just pressed jump, and the jump like didn't end as far as the jump was freaking stupidly long, stupidly high and far. So I just started parkouring across Tatooine, killing people in the progress. Also, at one time I freaking like between doing parkour across Tatooine, I killed Han Solo by doing a Psycho Crusher as Darth Maul, and then went back to parkouring because I guess that's canon now.
Rip.
Yeah.
Rip Han Solo.
Like I enjoy the stupidity of that whole thing happening. Like just imagining a freaking scene from a Star Wars movie where Darth Maul would be freaking parkouring on Tatooine, and then just does a Psycho Crusher to Han Solo who dies, and then he goes back to parkouring.
I mean, the parkour makes sense. Yeah. The Psycho Crusher is the weird part.
I don't know, cause like Darth Maul did a lot of flippy shit, but I don't know about parkour. Exactly.
I mean, I guess
maybe
you could just
I don't
use
remember.
the Force to jump over all of it.
Yeah, I guess.
But then that's raising such a question of like, how does the Force parkour work? You know?
Yeah. they introduce a new Force power. It's Force Repel, so you can run in the air or like run on the water. It works like freaking the chakra from Naruto, because why not? It depletes when you don't eat.
When you think about it, how do people using the Force not just fly, you know?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Like, I guess it just requires intense concentration. But there's that part in, like, Star Wars... there's that part in, like, Attack of the Clones when Mace Windu is able to just deflect fire with the Force. Does nobody else remember that bit when Jango Fett tries to fucking light Mace Windu on fire?
I remember it now.
Yeah, and
I was confused at first, but I remember it now.
Like, Oh, and of course, Kylo Ren stopping a laser in time, which raised. At first, I was like, I don't see the problem here. What's the problem? Like, that was cool. I don't get it. Then it occurred to me, if the Force has always been able to affect blaster shots, why have Jedi ever bothered to deflect them with their lightsabers?
Yeah. I'm just really hoping for the day when when freaking we get a new game with Starkiller and they rewrite Starkiller to not be shit. But because I don't mind his design and I don't mind his pose, as stupid as it may be with the freaking backwards lightsabers. His story was but I mean they're already freaking acknowledging shit that he did in the freaking canon with Rey copying. I think her name is Rey, yeah. Rey copying him.
Really?
Yeah, because uh, Ray pulled down a flying ship with the Force, or tried to anyway, and then
Yeah.
Force lightning happened.
Yeah.
Oh, right, that fucking part of Force Awakens. Shit, I forgot about that. Oh,
But
boy.
yeah, so like we are half a step away from Starkiller. Might as well just freaking see that he exists.
Oh, man. And I'm pretty sure that the way that the backhanded way that Starkiller wields his lightsabers, I think Asuka wields her lightsabers the same way.
Yeah, she does. She does.
And she's super canon now.
Yeah.
And she's actually gotten acknowledgement in the movies, which very few side canon characters get.
So yeah, gave my boy Starkiller the recognition he deserves, and also a good, freaking well written game, because the gameplay was good. I liked it. I just want Force Unleashed 3, where once again the story is better. It's not just Vader.
Yeah. I mean, I like the idea of Vader having a secret apprentice.
It could work, but they would need to rewrite some stuff.
Yeah. So there's a little image that I absolutely love. Thinking about Oscar reminded me.
Oh, also her name is pronounced Ashoka. Ashoka.
Ashoka?
Yeah. Ashoka, yeah. Ashoka Tano.
Now, back in my day, it wasn't. That or Anakin was just calling her by the wrong name for like 2 seasons of that show, because I'm pretty sure I was there for the first 2 seasons.
I don't know, because in all of the things that I've seen of her getting called out, I guess, because I'm forgetting words.
Yeah.
But whenever they mentioned her, she was called Ashoka or Ashoka. But yeah.
All right. Can I just ask, by the way? So I assume that the first 3 bits of that little image there are like actually canon, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I heard
and
that,
the fourth one.
I heard that Asuka did have a cameo in that one. So I get having Anakin and Asuka talk because they're both very important characters in the canon. Who the fuck cares about Ayla Sakura?
Me?
Who is Ayla Secura? Because I have never heard of her.
Okay, you know the blue stripper aliens with the 2 tails?
Her. Yeah. I know.
That's why. That's why she's there. Everyone knows her. Everyone loves her. You're a liar if you disagree.
What we really needed in this scene was Darth Raven, the Wise. That was Darth Plagueis, whatever. Darth Raven. We need more Darth Raven. He looked cool.
Darth Raven.
Yeah, he did.
But would it be the good version or the bad version? Because either way, we're making somebody run through KOTOR non-canon.
Both at the same time. The good version is Kylo Ren. The bad version is Darth Raven.
Yeah.
Or the other way around. I don't know.
Didn't Darth Nihilus eat planets or something?
Yes, Darth Galactus. My favorite Jedi. Or Sith, whatever.
When you think about it, that makes Palpatine look kind of lame, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit.
You can shoot lightning out your fingers, man, but when's the last time you ate a planet? Palpatine, you old shit, I bet if you ate a planet, you'd get indigestion.
I mean, wasn't Palpatine freaking the Emperor just because he was like the less safe or something.
Oh, I think that was his intention, yeah, from the very beginning. He killed off loads of other Sith, but that's how the Sith roll.
Yeah.
I like that there's supposed to be the rule of 2 with the Sith, and every single Sith breaks that rule. Like that is one part of thing Force Awakens that I liked, that they continued the tradition of Sith ignoring the rule of 2 by Vader secretly having Starkiller as his apprentice. Star Wars.
Yeah.
All right, anything else, Adam?
Make Starkiller canon.
I mean, I don't see why he couldn't be. Oh no, I see why he couldn't be. Cause
he killed Vader, I think.
Oh no,
that's a pretty big reason.
Well, I don't know about Force Awakens 2, but there was definitely a non-canon path in Force
Force
Awakens.
Unleashed.
Yeah, and Force Unleashed, where he kills Obi-Wan as well, or something like that.
Well, I don't remember that, but then I think I went the good guy route.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
I think the bad guy route is super non-canon, but the good guy route also has to be non-canon because I want to say that in the original Force Unleashed, don't they say that Starkiller is the one who gave the Death Star plans to Leia?
I don't remember, but the good guy route is super non-canon because the second game starts off with revealing that the first game Starkiller was a clone who did the evil ending. So.
Oh. But Vader's still alive in Force Awakens too.
Force Unleashed.
God damn it. These names.
The Force is both awakened and unleashed. It now does 3d9 damage.
Yeah. We can't let too many buffs stack on the Force, or else it'll become OP.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that. I started Rocksmith, which I have owned for like half a year, but I still have no cable for it.
Oh.
So I have had to resort because I actually didn't know about this, but Rocksmith actually has cable-less options.
Really?
Yeah, so you can either buy the cable, which is pretty freaking rare right now, I think. But you can buy the cable and play like you're supposed to, or on PC, if you have the game on PC, you can use a third-party adapter and then just put on a mod that makes it work the same way. On Xbox, which is what I have it on, because the PC would never run freaking 3D things. Don't lie. So on Xbox, your other options are mic mode, or it's an option anywhere, but yeah, mic mode or cordless mode. Mic mode makes it so you can plug in a USB mic and use that to pick up on the sound and just decide what node you played and judge you on that. It's not as it's not a surefire way to play the game, but it's better than nothing.
Yeah.
Also doesn't work on Xbox.
Oh, cool.
Or PS4 for that matter, because on Xbox it doesn't work because of the Xbox. On PS4 it doesn't work because of Ubisoft. So let me explain. On Xbox, the reason it doesn't work is because the game is looking for USB microphones, so the headset that they gave with the Xbox doesn't work. But the Xbox only recognizes like 2 specific USB microphones, so if you don't have those, then you can choose this mode. On the other hand, on the PS4, the PS4 recognizes any USB microphone you plug into it. The game just straight out doesn't recognize any of them.
All right.
They have been trying to fix this bug since the remastered version came out in 2014.
Ooh.
And yeah, so I think they got called out on it like a couple of years ago, and the community manager came out and said, "Yeah, we were looking into this, but we couldn't figure out what the hell was going wrong. So, I mean, I'll tell the team, but we can't do much." So, Yeah, that, and there's also cordless mode, which makes it so you can't, you don't get graded on your performance, and the game doesn't slow down or speed up or add notes or stuff, stuff like that to help you
Yeah.
learning the song. But you can still actually view the things that it does tell you what to hold down and shit. So it's better than nothing.
All right.
And yeah, so basically I've been playing in cordless mode because I don't have a freaking cable that costs like $40 right now.
Yeah, it seems like this has a bit of a maybe a bit hard to get into. So I assume you bought like a used copy, right? Because otherwise it would come with the cable, wouldn't it?
No, I bought it digitally because it was like, I don't know, it was on sale for like $10. The game was
Oh.
so because I was like I didn't buy this right now either. I bought it back from my first paycheck actually.
Oh, right.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
you mentioned
a
that.
while back.
Yeah.
But yeah, so basically my idea was that I would buy the game and then get the cable for $40. But then I quit the job because of reasons, and I never got the cable because yeah. So now it's just a thing of how many months it'll take for me to get a cable, or just learning the songs from basically videos.
Ooh.
Which either way, like it's somewhat better than nothing because I mean I could just watch the videos and shit, but having it in the actual game does help some because if like since I'm just starting out learning guitar, I can't I can't just look at freaking like 15 switches next to each other and freaking hypnotize and just go, oh yeah, I'll just do that. And the game does allow me to turn the notes down to as easy as I want, if need be. So if I really needed to, it can just be like one note every freaking like 5 minutes at like 1% speed.
Okay.
So it's still helpful, but it could be more helpful if I had the cable. And then I also played a shit ton of freaking Marvel's Capcom 3, and the only thing that I'll say on this podcast instead of the other one is freaking the tech team mechanics are not well explained.
No, nothing in that game is explained.
Yeah. Have you figured out how to do freaking tech combos?
I am still trying to figure out what the fuck causes it to tag in mid-air combo. Because I keep...
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. I'm talking about that. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, what... Do you know what causes that?
Yes, I do.
So,
in an air combo,
random.
in an air combo, if you press the special button and a direction that is to the sides, up or down, so any at all really, if you press the direction and the special button in the air, then it switches to the next character in line, and they continue the combo for you. Doing down does a ground bounce, going to the sides does a wall bounce, and going up just raises the whole thing.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to experiment with that then. I did not know that.
Yeah, I have experimented with it somewhat. It can cause freaking like, depending on the combo you do and whether or not you want to use a super bar at the end of it, and if the character or if one of the characters you're playing as has an air super and what it is, it can make for like a combo that goes from 50 to 75%, I think.
Ooh.
And also, the game on any difficulty after a while just starts input reading the shit out of it, so it
Yes.
freaking guesses all of it.
Yes,
And
input reading is a serious problem with this AI, I've noticed.
yeah, I can't decide because I want to play on normal, or at least normal or higher, because the game otherwise doesn't really do moves. But I set it on freaking very easy, and even then, after like the freaking third fight, the game just starts input reading the tag moves, and I'm trying to freaking figure out combos, mate. Like it's a big thing. Like I set the damage down, and that fixed it somewhat, but it like just not dying to a touch of dash immediately that the game would do to me otherwise. doesn't really make it less frustrating when any time I try to do for a bigger combo than just string air launcher, string knockdown. If I try to go with anything with the deck mechanic, after a while the freaking AI or normal just decides no, you will in fact get knocked down, and I don't have a lot of fun with that. It makes me really salty.
Understandably not. There was actually a Stumblebee video just the other day talking about how playing against difficult AI in fighting games is really not fun, because since they're effectively equal to you, the only way they can really do difficulty is input reading, which cuts the strategy out.
Yeah.
It cuts the strategy out unless you just find out the ways to cheese the AI, you know?
Yeah, I mean there can be smart AI that can freaking work around you and make it fun, but it's so few and far in between.
Yeah.
Like I actually sometimes it's weird because I really hate fighting Leo with Johnny and Guilty Gear XR, because Leo is Johnny's final boss, and so Leo has a constantly regenerating tension bar and input reading and all that shit. Sometimes it makes for cool fights. Sometimes Leo's AI just decides that no, this fight will suck, and he makes it so. And it's really weird how it switches, because sometimes the AI works good and it actually starts like using freaking tactics and shit. One time it freaking started playing footsies with me. But like limited footsies, but still it's better than what you expect from an AI. But like, so sometimes it works wonders, and then other times it just shits the bed and it turns on freaking Orochi mode. Not even Orochi, Gyonets mode. The screen just becomes Kokodeska.
Nice.
All of it. Only instead of I really caught Tornado's torpedoes. Close enough, I guess. Instead of tornadoes forming the Kokodeska, it's just his swords. They're the screen now.
Yeah.
And I think that might be all I've done. Erase myself.
Alright. I've mostly just done regular boring shit. So, a thought did occur to me regarding Soup Commander and how long it takes things to get done. So I need to try out a tactic next time, and maybe we could all try it out, and we'll let Goku know. But things take time to get done in Soup, don't they?
Yeah.
And like I said, you don't want to be running at, too much of an overflow of money, because you're effectively losing money that way.
Yeah.
Well, engineers, you can just set them to help factories, right? What if you just make a factory that you set to constantly produce engineers, and then get those engineers to work on that factory, so that it can constantly produce engineers, and you can just have a massive fucking fleet of engineers?
But you have to remember that there is a unit count of 1,000.
Yeah, there is, but we never get anywhere as close to it other than that one time, other than when Goku dominated us last round.
Yeah.
But like, considering every engineer working on something makes it go faster. And if you're playing as the Reds, you can also get the little spider crawler things that help, and you can get the engineering stations. So I'm just wondering, how fast can you get the production to go in that game? And there is a button, by the way, I don't know if you guys saw it, to set your current build order to an infinite loop, where if you tell it, hey, produce a spider and then an engineer and then another spider, the thing will just do that infinitely until you tell it to stop.
Yeah, I haven't found out where that is yet.
I can tell you when we play next time.
All right.
Nice.
But I'm wondering, how quickly can I get it to produce engineers? And can eventually I just launch projectile engineers?
Can we mod that game so that any time that a freaking engineer spawns, it plays the PlanetSide 2 audio.
Oh no.
So it's just a constant. Hey, I'm an engineer.
Friendly TRs, don't shoot. Ah. Other than that, let's see. I've been playing a lot of Total War Warhammer this week because I found a mod that really fixes one of my big problems with the game. That being that the game as it is has a system to try and discourage you from building a ton of armies and try to discourage snowballing. It tries to stop bigger factions that have a lot of cities from being more powerful than smaller factions. Which, to me, just defeats the fucking point of having big factions. If they all are the same, it's just that one guy has to defend 2 cities with 1 army, and another guy has to defend 30 cities with 1 army. Which, of course, is fucking impossible. You're playing whack-a-mole.
You're right.
But the reason they have that system in place is to prevent snowballing, which honestly in strategy games I think snowballing is part of the fun. Wouldn't you guys agree?
Absolutely.
I don't know. I don't have any or enough experience with real time strategy.
I think you've seen like strategy games slog in effect though. You don't want the slog to kick in.
Yeah, true.
You want once there's a winner, you want it to be, you know, a clean winner so that we can get things over with and move on.
Yeah. Weirdly enough, that after the last Soup Commander thing, I actually found a review of the Heroes of Might and Magic series, and those reviews made me realize that I think I might just like turn-based strategies better. But who the hell knows? Because I'm stupid for both. Like,
Well, you gotta put in 20 hours to get good.
yeah.
Scrub. Scurb. Scurb. Get good, scurb.
You need to eat your lemons to not get scorbies.
You need to make your lemons explosive and throw them at your enemies.
But all villains is lemons.
Oh!
Or every villain is lemons. I always say all villains is lemons. Yeah, evil.
Oh, man. So, yeah, another big problem is if you can only have 1 army, but you're trying to grab as many cities to get as much money as possible, what are you going to do with that 1 army? Are you going to fill it with the shittiest units possible and have a realistic army? Or are you just going to grab the most expensive, most powerful unit your army has access to?
Why? That is an excellent question.
Because
yeah.
for every army you have in the game, it exponentially increases the cost of every unit that you have, the upkeep cost. So the logical answer is have instead of having 10 armies that are each made up of regular dudes and it costing you a fucking fortune, it makes more sense to save money and just have 1 army of nothing but fucking world-eating dinosaurs.
So wait, are you telling me that there's a potential mod that makes it so I can have normal freaking armies that make sense in Shogun 2 that don't make me freaking go bankrupt?
I don't know about Shogun 2, because there aren't dinosaurs in Shogun 2.
True, but there are Uchikata katana or freaking Uchikatana samurais. I think maybe. I don't freaking. There are definitely
Nadachi
Nadachi samurai.
samurais, you mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Are you using the Nadachi samurai? Oh, you're playing Date. Of course, we're using Nadachi samurai. Oh, Date also. The Date clan also gets bulletproof samurai. Yikes. I mean,
Only the best. Yeah.
I mean, with Shogun 2, they hadn't really introduced the mechanic fully of making every army exponentially more expensive. So, the bigger problem just is having having enough family members to lead that many armies. You know.
I mean, my problem from the last time I played was less the family members to lead them, because people were left and right trying to become generals. It was more the actual armies, because I was trying to have 2 armies that were comparable in size, one slightly smaller because it was supposed to, just keep the leader safe. And then the game just decided, okay, so I'm gonna turn the tax way up. People will revolt. Also, you make minus like 1,500 gold every turn. Good luck.
What happened? Did the game just hit you with a random event?
Well, no, it's just I let the I'm not familiar enough with the game yet, or I don't think so. So I let it decide the tax rate. So it put the tax rate way up, and people didn't like that.
Oh,
Also,
did the taxes go up because you were going over your upkeep?
I maybe yeah.
Yeah, it's one of the most important things in Total War is to keep an eye on your per turn income, because if you go over that, then it starts to, well, you go into bankruptcy and the people start getting really pissed.
And then Shogun 2 becomes Greece.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be an interesting way for Sengoku Jidai to go. Well, the Dante clan has pulled out on account of gross bankruptcy. I guess Oda clan just takes their land.
They will now be fueled by the EU. What's the EU?
Yeah. Portugal's decided to start sending them money. What? There aren't even any ports up there.
I mean, they did have Sendai next to the, well, relatively close to the water. Actually,
Yeah.
actually, I'm not sure how close Sendai is to the water. I don't think it's a port city, but it's close.
Yeah, I don't remember if if like a city is on the coast, it can still just have a harbor built there as if it were on the coast. You know?
Yeah. Although I do think that the starting city that you have, I believe it has a port.
Oh, I might be wrong then. But didn't the Portuguese really just love to go to the southernmost island?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was the only place they let them in.
I thought that they instituted that in the Meiji era.
They might have.
Yeah. I'm not the Japanese history expert here.
I mean, neither am I. I just know slightly more.
Eh.
Like I know a lot of stuff about like a bit before the Sengoku era, mostly about the Sengoku era, and that's about it. But like I know about freaking weaponry and some small bits about how people might have lived, and that's about it. Not trade relations.
Yeah, I know less than that. I have in my brain just a thing of like the Sengoku Jidai was basically Japanese Game of Thrones, and the Oda clan was the Lannisters. And I kind of assume the Date clan were the Starks.
I don't know. I didn't watch Game of Thrones.
Were the Date clan the good guys, you would say?
Not. I guess from a Western standpoint, probably because they were one of the. Well, Masamune at least was one of the more receptive to Christianity, which is to say that he didn't want to actively kill them all the time.
Yeah.
He just usually killed them anyway because he has to.
Ah, yeah.
But I think his daughter might have been Christian, or at least there's rumors.
With history, rumors are always a thing. Ugh.
Yeah.
I remember my sister once pitched that she thought Abraham Lincoln was closeted gay. I was like, what? Why? How?
That's actually a popular theory.
Like, why?
He obviously the reason he died was a lover's quarrel. He was his lover was I forget the name of the guy who shot him, but him.
Heh. It's not because he was a wrestler in his youth, was it?
Maybe
No.
it could be.
That's
Didn't Abe Lincoln come up with the choke slam?
supposedly he did. Yes.
Yeah, Abe Lincoln was originally actually using the gimmick the Undertaker. If in fact some say he might actually be Mark Calloway still.
Yeah. His face got fatter with time. Damn.
Yeah.
I like to think. I remember that one time JBL tweeted out a picture of him, Del Rio, and Ted DiBiase Sr. standing together, and he just tweeted out with the caption, 3 men, 1 gimmick. I'm just imagining, like, The Undertaker standing next to Lincoln's coffin and saying 2 men, 1 gimmick. Oh, man. So, yeah, I've got a mod that, for one thing, makes it where every army is not more expensive, and another mod that just makes it for every military building you build. There's a cap for most units that are not the generic cheap shitty units, and you need to raise that cap by building more of the relevant military buildings. So it'd be like if in Shogun 2 there was a limited cap on samurai to try and encourage you to use more Ashigaru, and the only way you could upgrade your samurai cap was by building more blacksmiths. You know?
Yeah.
Which the Oda clan wouldn't care about having an Ashigaru limit anyways. LOL.
LOL burning temples.
Yeah. But they can still get warrior monks, which I think is really weird.
Oda just forces them. It's in character.
Yeah, that's true. It would be a nice way to, like, deal with the fact, like, that Oda clan gets the best Ashigaru, though. It's just, you don't get warrior monks. None for you. They just tell you to shove it and they leave Japan. They go back to China.
No, you get an additional like resource counter, and it's warrior monks dead.
It somehow increases public order in all provinces.
Yeah.
It's just, public order is changed, though. Instead of it being called public order, for Oda, the Oda clan is just called terror.
Yeah. The public order country is replaced by the Basara gauge. We don't know what it does, but
imagine if just in the middle of a realistic strategy game of Total War Shogun 2, you've got Oda Nobunaga on the map, right?
And he's somewhere to stand.
And he's just a regular dude. He's just a regular dude, like in real life. He's just a regular, daimyo walking around. And then just suddenly fucking stand and he gets a shotgun.
Yeah.
And his sword shoots lasers. Oh, man.
That would be wild.
Yeah. And then he just become a Warhammer lord.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I wish they'd do Nippon and Total War Warhammer. A man can dream. And give everybody stance! Oh, no.
the Warhammer Fantasy Universe is suddenly invaded by JoJo.
Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't be unusual for them. They've already got Aztecs and vampires. Admittedly, the Aztecs aren't vampires and vice versa, but they do have Aztecs and vampires.
But are either of them strippers?
Ooh, the Aztecs aren't wearing very much, but they are lizards.
So the answer is no. So it would be a slightly weird thing. Still.
Oh, there are naked vampires, now that I think about it. Yeah, there are some naked vampires.
All right.
They're from the sexy bloodline.
Ah, yes. That's my favorite vampire type in Vampire the Masquerade. There's the Nosferatu, and there's the sexy.
Yeah. Yeah, they did rip the idea of the bloodlines from Vampire the Masquerade, and pretty much you've got honorable vampires, sexy vampires, noble vampires, wizard vampires, savage vampires. Chinese vampires, too, for some reason.
Oh, those are just the junk shit.
Yeah. They even have the thing that they have to count rice. Sometimes I appreciate how stupid Warhammer is. So there's the bit of Warhammer. I'm having a really good time with that. I may actually, for the first time in my life, finish a campaign in that game rather than... Like, it's not that the campaigns are bad. Well, in vanilla, the campaigns can be kind of bad depending on who you're playing. But it's just that once you've put in, like, a dozen hours of playing a Lizardmen campaign like I'm doing, you start to really be like, man, I want to play Vampire Counts now. I want to play the Empire. Right. It's like with Civ when you're, like, knee-deep into an Incan campaign and you're like, man, I'd go for a Germany playthrough right now.
Mm-hmm. I know that feeling.
It's not that the Inkins are bad. It's just that, you know, when you're a dozen hours into Inkins, you're like, ooh, this game is good. Let me do something different.
Yep.
So the nice thing about fighting games is that you don't have to dump fucking dozen hours into playing Johnny. You can play Johnny for an hour and then switch to playing, I don't know, Axel, you know, Addy?
Yeah, yeah.
And I did put time into Star Wars Battlefront 2, but I've got nothing to add other than saying that game is shockingly fast-paced. I put time into Marvel 3, and for that I'll mostly wait for the fighting games are. But with that said, it is weird going back to Marvel 3 because when I first played it, back in like 2011 or 2012, I liked the roster, having the Marvel and Capcom dudes there, but I really did not enjoy the gameplay. But now I'm really, really liking it. Turns out that is a game that is sure as fuck not for beginners.
Nope.
Like, at all.
Yeah, I'm also finding that it has more defensive options than I initially thought. They are still in the wrong places, in my opinion, but you know that's another thing.
How do you do advancing guard? I can't figure that out.
Advancing guard is just holding back, and then the ring is pressing the two or one of any of the two attack buttons.
Oh, okay. That makes sense, actually.
Yeah, advancing guard is I think too easy, because the thing is like it's a really good guard thing, but it being an actually easy input makes it so you can't complain about it too much when the freaking CPU abuses it on higher, not even higher levels, just later on in the arcade one.
Yeah, it does kind of help create the environment Marvel 3 has of touch. Like, either your hit gets in, the opponent dies. Your hit doesn't get in. All right, back to neutral. Because if they block it, you will be pushed back, and it's not a pressure situation. It's just back to neutral. Unless you're playing some stupid bullshit guy like Virgil.
Yeah, or MODOK.
MODOK, oh god.
MODOK has all of 3 normals.
Yeah. Fucking Sentinel pressuring you from the other side of the screen like a dickhead.
Yeah. Yeah, Sentinel's a piece of shit.
The zoners in this game are assholes.
They are. Have you fought a good Deadpool in the AI yet?
No, I've not.
Boy, turn the freaking difficulty up so just to check him out if you can, because I think I tried going against Deadpool once on very hard and touch of death from what I remember, but more importantly, before the touch of death, I just I was basically forced to just crouch block for like half a minute because he wouldn't let up on shooting his gun.
Oh god, I hate Deadpool in Marvel 3 because he always says have gun will shoot, have gun will shoot, have gun will shoot. Every now and then he gives you pineapple surprise and you're like, thank god he said something different this time.
For me it's like I don't even know what to call that audio file that he always plays, but it's him just yelling, like just indistinguishable yelling whenever he slides.
I think he says chimichangas.
I don't know, but what I do know is that when you do like a sweep and then cancel that into the launcher, the audio file resets.
Oh.
So I have never heard the full thing. Like I have heard the thing in full, but I never paid enough attention to figure out what the heck he says. And I have heard that audio file like freaking 15 times every match because I haven't gotten past using the launcher for everything.
When he does his launcher, he just yells "Shoryuken."
In Ultimate, sometimes instead of saying their launcher or launcher audio, they just reuse the one that they used before. If there's a specific audio file they use for sweeping.
Oh, I never noticed. But yeah, they gave Deadpool's launcher is a parody Shoryuken as a reference to. How old would that comic be now, paying where Deadpool Shoryuken's Kitty Pryde?
That would have. What?
That's like one
It's
of the.
gotta be older than 10 years at this point.
That's gotta be like one of the oldest, like, iconic Deadpool moments.
Yeah.
Like, that was one of the big ones that made everybody be like, oh my god, Deadpool's the best.
I also wish that he had more than like 3 lines of starting dialogue,
Yeah.
because it's always just I'm the ghost of Christmas, kick your ass, and that's it. Also, I like how I'm doing poses while speaking, but you can see it because we're not on camera, and I just did a freaking Hulk Hogan flex saying that.
Gosh darn it, we need to start using cameras.
Oh
So
no.
just
Oh no, then you
listen,
guys could see how autistic I am.
listen up, bladder. That's not
Bludder.
a voice. Yeah, bladder.
Bladder.
Listen up, brother. I'm the ghost of Christmas. Kick your ass. With these pythons, I will choke you to death. That was more Vince, but whatever. It's in character for both.
Imagine Hulk Hogan doing Deadpool's level 3 super, where he makes the sexy pose and then beats
yeah.
you to death with a super meter.
Yeah, I think that might be that might be one of the only 2 freaking voice lines from Deadpool that I know what he says, because it's just boop boop de boop. He becomes robot.
I know.
Deadpool become robot.
Yeah. I love that Nolan North voices Deadpool here because he does provide the classic Deadpool voice. With that said, watching Deadpool in Marvel 3 is a little weird because it's Deadpool. It's very identifiably Deadpool, but with a much more Japanese sense of humor to him, you know?
Yeah.
Especially the level 3 super.
I will actually need to freaking switch him to Japanese and see if Dio voiced him here as well.
Oh, Christ, Dio voices him?
Yeah, in Japan. In Japan, Deadpool's voice is Dio.
Isn't Dio's voice actor also the voice of Oda Nobunaga and Sengoku Basara and Johnny in Guilty Gear?
No, 2 separate Dios.
Ah, okay.
Like the JoJo, the current JoJo's Bizarre Adventure anime Dio is the one that voices Deadpool, and then the guy who does Johnny and well, actually I think he's Deadpool and also Oda Nobunaga. Maybe.
That's
And then
weird.
the guy who voiced and then oh no, it's Dio, it's Deadpool, and it's Excalibur from Soul Eater. And the guy who voices Nobunaga and Johnny, I think. Oh, and also Dio, it voices Dio in drama series.
Ah, okay. So yeah, I played Marvel 3. The last remaining thing I can think of. Oh, I guess I watched a little bit more of Hate Thy Neighbor, but that's just kind of, you know. Well, they went to Sweden. There's some crazy ass Nazis in Sweden. You know. They went to Israel, and there was a guy there who was also. Like, the thing that is in common is all these places that he visits. It's like, oh, these people have been, you know, promoting violence on their website for years and talking about, you know, the coming race war and all that. But at the same time, no, not a racist. Not a racist. I'm not racist.
Mm-hmm.
They all say that same thing. It's yeah.
Look, guys, I'm not a racist, but Tesco offers nice bananas for $4.99.
Yo, what a bargain.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I love, like, adding, guys, I'm not a racist. I really like Star Wars.
Yeah. my favorite character in Star Wars is Mace Windu.
So sometimes it can make it ominous, though, when you add, like, because it just creates a connection. Guys, I'm not racist, but I am hungry. What does that statement imply?
Whoever says that really wants to eat chocolate, obviously.
Oh, man. Guys, I'm not racist, but the nucleus is the powerhouse of the cell. So yeah, the last thing I played was I put more time into Gladius, which is the Warhammer ripoff of Civ. Still think that game's pretty fun. You got to get used to the city management, but once you do, it becomes a lot better. Also, Pink, can you you put more time into Civ 6 than me. Can you jog my memory? What's the longest ranged piece of artillery in that game?
I want to say if you get there's a name for it that I'm forgetting.
Sam launcher? Or Sam
Yes.
anti-air?
And if you use a balloon as well, you can get up to, I want to say 3 tiles away, maybe 4.
Okay, I was wondering that, because I was playing the Imperial Guard and Gladius, and they get an artillery unit that has a 6-tile range.
Oh, good lord.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just like, oh, it'll take me a little bit for this guy to get into the fight. Oh no, he can just hit them from here. Never mind. The barbs are fucking brutal in that game, though. It's nice, though, because it keeps the other civs off your back for a while, because they don't have the Civ 6 bullshit thing of barbs ignoring AI civs.
Mm.
I accidentally had one of my guys get teleported to an enemy civ, and I just saw him getting fucked up by these giant bull crab things. And I was just like, you have fun with that. I'm going home. Screw this. I'm going home.
I'm out.
Later. Alright. So, I think we can call that a podcast, boys.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, Eddie, say bye. Say bye. Bye.
Deep fried Cheerios.
Deep fried Cheerios. Yo, that's 50s as fuck, dude.
Yep.
Let's go be cowboys.